Horror movies have always been a popular genre among film enthusiasts. In this video, we'll rank the top 10 horror films that are available to view on Netflix right now. The list only includes lesser-known films, so movies like Annabelle, Conjuring, and Insidious are not on it. With all that out the way, let's get straight into it. Number 10, Sister Death. Sister Death is a visually stunning horror film with great set and costume design, a haunting atmosphere, and a lack of music that adds to the suspense. The prequel to Veronica explores the origins of Sister Narcissa's blindness and her battle against faith and religion, uncovering dark secrets and tortured souls. Although light on jump scares, Paco Plaza creates a terrifying atmosphere for religious horror fans, and Aria Bedmar delivers a fantastic performance as the lead character. The lack of music for the majority of the film elevates the already suspenseful and scary tone.
Ya verás como todo irá bien.
At number 9 is Mr. Harrigan's Phone. Based on a Stephen King story, this coming-of-age drama with a supernatural twist stars Jaden Martell and Donald Sutherland. The movie follows the improbable friendship between a lower-middle-class teenage boy and a wealthy elderly man, who keeps in touch even when death threatens to break their bond. When Mr. Harrigan passes away, Craig puts his phone in his pocket before he is buried and eventually discovers a new text from his former friend. The story is horror, yet also rooted in connections persisting after death, and those beyond the grave may have ill intentions.
A person shouldn't call out unless they want an answer.
Number 8, The Ritual. It is a 2017 British horror film directed by David Bruckner and based on the 2011 novel by Adam Neville. The story follows a group of 4 friends who embark on a hiking trip in the Swedish wilderness to honor a 5th friend, who tragically died during a robbery. After a series of strange and terrifying events, they become lost and begin to suspect that they are being stalked by a malevolent force. The film received positive reviews for its atmospheric and suspenseful storytelling, as well as its strong performances and effective use of the forest setting to create a sense of isolation and terror. Next up is His House. It tells the story of Rial and Bol, a couple from South Sudan, whom we first meet as they're fleeing from their hostile homeland with their daughter, looking for a better life in Europe. Strange things start to occur within the house, slowly affecting the couple and their sanity. They feel trapped as their caseworker left with instructions not to leave the house or roam around much in this unnamed British town. The movie brings a much-needed change that we all wish to see in a genre that is often misused. Horror is not only about quick scares and flashy background scores.
It says I should be afraid of you.
Coming in at number 6 is Gerald's Game. When a harmless game between a married couple in a remote retreat suddenly becomes a harrowing fight for survival, as her husband dies unexpectedly, leaving her handcuffed to their bed frame. As Jessie struggles to escape her predicament, she begins to experience hallucinations and vivid flashbacks that reveal deep-seated traumas from her past, particularly her strained relationship with her father, and a traumatic incident that occurred during her childhood. Director Flanagan never ceases to amaze us with his literary genius, and he is especially a true master of direction when it comes to horror and thriller genres.
You're gonna die.
Number 5, The Fear Street Trilogy is a series of 3 interconnected horror films that were released on Netflix in 2021. These movies are based on the Fear Street book series by R.L. Stine and directed by Lee Janiak. The overall story revolves around teenagers who work to break the curse that has been over their town for hundreds of years. The films are notable for their strong character development, engaging plot twists, and the way they pay homage to various horror genres and tropes. Together, the trilogy offers a comprehensive and thrilling horror experience that pays tribute to the R.L. Stine books while adding a unique twist to the source material.
Come back from that
Moving on, Annihilation is a science fiction horror film released in 2018. It is directed by Alex Garland and based on the novel of the same name. The story revolves around a biologist, played by Natalie Portman, who is grieving the loss of her husband, a soldier who went on a secret mission and returned in a mysterious and unresponsive state. Annihilation is known for its cerebral and visually stunning approach to science fiction, blending elements of horror and psychological thriller. It received critical acclaim for its thought-provoking narrative, strong performances, and its visually striking and often eerie atmosphere. Number 3, Under the Shadow. It is a Persian-language psychological horror film which was premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2016. This movie was selected as the British entry under the category of Best Foreign Language Film at the 89th Academy Awards. After Shida's building is hit by a missile during the Iran-Iraq War, a superstitious neighbor suggests that the missile was cursed and might be carrying malevolent Middle Eastern spirits. She becomes convinced a supernatural force within the building is attempting to possess her daughter Dorsa, and she has no choice but to confront these forces if she is to save her daughter and herself. Next up is The Black Phone. The Black Phone is a horror thriller film released in 2022. It is directed by Scott Derrickson and based on a short story of the same name by Joe Hill. Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic, masked killer. When a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims. The film excelled in building a sense of dread and tension right from the start. It expertly blended supernatural elements with real-world horrors, creating an unsettling atmosphere that kept us on the edge of our seats. The cinematography and music added to the overall ambience, making the viewing experience truly immersive. Number 1, Get Out. Get Out is a thrilling horror movie that explores the insidious nature of racism in modern society. It is a movie about the events that happen to a guy named Chris, who goes to visit his girlfriend's parents over a weekend. At first, Chris reads the family's overly accommodating behavior as nervous attempts to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship, but as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries leads him to a truth that he never could have imagined. It was both a critical and commercial success, receiving widespread acclaim for its unique approach to the horror genre and its insightful exploration of race relations in contemporary America. Thanks for watching, that's all for the video. Do make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more top 10 videos.